discussing spend down. Spend down is a benefit through Medicaid that helps people pay for their medical bills. How it works in a nutshell is you submit your income information. They determine from your income how much you would be responsible for of your medical bills, and then spend down would pay the remainder. The individual doesn't have to pay for all their responsibility at the time. It's just the amount that they will owe. Spend down is time limited. It can go back 3 months or forward 3 months, but it is really important that those time limits be taken seriously. The time limits are based on the date of service, not on the date when the individual receives the bill. So some of you may have noticed that sometimes billing can happen slowly, and these individuals might be missing their window. So this application that we're about to review is the intent to apply for spend down application. And what's most important about this is it secures their filing date even before they have the bills. So the individual, if they know they're going to have surgery, they can complete this application prior to the surgery within that 3-month window. Or if they just got out of the hospital, haven't gotten their bills yet, but are afraid of the size of the bills, they can complete this application. It's important to get the application in and get that filing date secured. Otherwise, once you're outside of the spend down window, you will not be able to get spend down assistance with the medical bills. So let's go over this application. We have already pre-checked this option and requested a telephone interview if possible. And then over here is for interpretation services if the individual needs interpretation services. Then there's more information to read. I'm going to go through this for now. You can read that on your own. And then we've pre-checked Medicaid because spend down is a Medicaid program. So on this part of the application, you would complete the client's name, address, county, telephone number, whether it's theirs or a nearby phone, and their mailing address. If they have a representative that they would like to conduct the interview, you put that information here. And then they will send a form to be completed to authorize that individual to apply. Here's the applicant section. It's a subheading within this household member information, so there's applicant and non-applicant. Typically with spend down, it's one person is the applicant, unless the two spouses for some reason have had coinciding medical bills. So you're going to put the person there. If there's anybody else in the household who does not need to apply for spend down, you put that information there. And you'll notice here that it's not required, but the more information they have, the quicker they could process the application. And then finally, this is the signature page where they read through this information and sign accordingly. And that's actually it for the intent to apply application. Now, the actual spend down full application is more extensive. We do not have access to that, but it's important to get this short, easy to complete form into the DCBS office so that the filing date can be secured. As I mentioned, the timeliness is of the essence with this benefit. So here's our instruction sheet for the spend down application. You would put the date up here, remind them that it's their responsibility to review and complete the application, flag where needed if you are not with them or if they need to complete something on their own after they go home. Put the name of the county and the address, phone number, fax if you'd like here. And then here are the supporting documents. If they do not have their medical bills, we've noted if you have them yet. So if they don't have them yet, make sure that it does not prevent them from submitting the application. You'll notice down here are older outstanding medical bills. While these older bills may not be eligible to be paid for by spend down, they can help the individual qualify for spend down. So it's certainly important that that be included in their in the information they submit to the DCBS office. None of this is actually required with the intent to apply application, but it is more than likely going to be required with the full application for spend down. So we thought it would be really important that while we are helping the clients, that we can relay this information to them, get that information submitted while we're able to provide them that kind of support. And that way, when they're completing the full application, it's already in there, and they don't have to worry about remembering what they need to turn in or waiting for mail from the DCBS office that might get lost or anything like that. And then we remind them that the DCBS office has 30 days to process the application. And then on the back is the receipt for the DCBS office employee to complete. And you can see the information here. Check off what the individual submitted and sign it so that the client has a copy for their own records to show what has been submitted. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us to ask them. Thank you.